Gatsby, Gatsby. Oh. Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. I hope you're well and having a great day. So if you have never seen my face before, then my name is Eleanor and I upload once a week, mostly on Tuesdays, sometimes twice a week depending on how busy my schedule is. And I would love it if you could subscribe and join my little community. Last Saturday I went to go and see Beauty and the Beast with my mum and my sister, and I loved it that much that I basically wanted to film a review on how much I loved it. I'm gonna attempt not to give out any spoilers because I know that some of you watching this might not have watched it, and I don't want to be that person to give you spoilers, but if I'm about to give a little spoiler then I'll tell you, but hopefully I won't give any spoilers. Let's talk about the characters first. So I'm going to talk about obviously the main one first, which is Belle, and obviously Emma Watson was Belle, and I was a bit unsure about her at first, like I didn't really know what I thought of her being Belle, but after watching it I was like, she was actually a really good Belle. The only thing I didn't necessarily like about her is there were some parts where I think, in my opinion, Belle is very passionate about books and is very like she's just so in love with books to the point where she's telling everyone like how much she loves books. Like she's like, oh, I'm going to the bookshop, and she's like, read this wonderful story, and you know, she's very excited, whereas like I didn't really get that from Emma Watson as much. Like, I don't know, she wasn't as passionate about books. I mean, I know she was going to be a bit different because obviously that was animated, and animated is very over the top, whereas like, you know, this was live action, so it's not going to be as over the top. I think she showed how brave Belle is, like even more, because I've always admired that about Belle, how brave she is. The fact that she like changes places with her father and she goes back to the Beast even though he lets her go. Like, I think she's very brave and she puts others before her, and that's what I really admire about Belle. Like, she's just one of those characters, and I think Emma Watson like really like, she did it really well. Next we have the Beast, who is played by Dan Stevens. I remember watching it being like, who does he remind me of? Where have I seen him before? And he was basically in Downton Abbey, and I was like, oh my god, he was in Downton Abbey. In my opinion, he kind of was like, the Beast is kind of, obviously he's like arrogant at the start because he's spoiled and he's just, you know, he's not a very nice person, but obviously you see him like, even like in the animated version, you see him grow and you see him get nicer and nicer as it goes on. And obviously they showed that in the film, but they kind of had like him be like more sarcastic with Belle, and I really liked that. Like, I just liked the sarcasm, like, and I think he made you love the Beast even more. Like, I mean, like, one of my ultimate favourite moments of Beauty and the Beast, even though it's very sad, is when the Beast actually lets Belle go to go and be with her father, and I think like the Beast kind of, it was like even more emotional than the live action version, but he was really good as the Beast and I loved him. So next I'm going to talk about my fave character like ever, and people find me weird for loving him, but Gaston. So he was played by Luke Evans, but he was so good, and I think I've always kind of liked Gaston from like a really young age, because when I was younger I was like, why would Belle not like Gaston? Why would she go for a Beast? I think Luke Evans was so good at portraying him. He did a thing where he just kind of made you like Gaston at the beginning, but kind of like him but hate him at the same way. You were a bit like, but then at the end he just made you like absolutely hate him. And like, I hate the ending of Gaston and like what he does. Like, I'm like, you've just gone a bit too far. But I think that's what happens with most Disney villains. Like, you kind of like them at the beginning, but then obviously they do something big at the end which makes you be like, oh, why'd you have to do that? And I'm like, you know, a Disney villain is not a villain without that. So I think he just kind of portrayed like this amazing Disney villain in just like quite a subtle way, because like Gaston doesn't have magic powers, he doesn't have spells, he can't do things like that like Ursula Maleficent can do. He's just a guy who's vain and just loves himself and is power hungry. I think they kind of made it a bit more humorous between him and LeFou as well, so it was just kind of like you liked him but also didn't like him at the same time. But yeah, I loved him, so I was really happy with how they portrayed Gaston. So now we'll go on to LeFou, who was played by Josh Gad, who also voices Olaf in Frozen. So for me, I think like this is a little bit of a mini spoiler, so sorry. But they kind of changed how LeFou was. Like in the animated version, LeFou is just kind of like Gaston's pal and he does everything that Gaston does. And in the live action he did that, but at the end he kind of changes his mind on Gaston a little bit. And that's all I'm going to say because I feel like I don't want to give a huge spoiler. But you see a bit more of a nicer side to LeFou, I think. And I think one of the main reasons why they did that is because it's Josh Gad and everyone likes Josh Gad, so it was like make him likeable, I guess. Even though you like LeFou, like I've always liked LeFou, I think he's quite funny. So next I'm just going to talk about 3 more characters, I promise. So we have Lumiere, who was played by Ewan McGregor. So I didn't really know what I thought about this one because he was on like, I think it was like the Graham Norton show, and he basically said that he's not very good at doing French accents even though his wife is French. So I was like, why are you Lumiere then if you can't do a French accent? But his French accent wasn't that bad actually, I think it was quite good. I thought he was so good doing Be Our Guest because that's one of my favourite moments of Beauty and the Beast, like it's great. So I think that was really good, and it was really well animated as well. Like that was the best, it was really good. So I feel like being Lumiere is a big thing, you know, Lumiere is like one of the main ones as well, so he did a really good job. So next is like one of my ultimate favourite castings ever, and I was like, oh my god, and that is Ian McKellen as Cogsworth. Like, that was the best casting in the world. Like, he had Cogsworth's like sarcasm, his dry humour, and everything that I wanted Cogsworth to be. And what I really loved about, like, obviously Cogsworth and Lumiere, they had more kind of banter and sarcasm thrown in at each other. Like, it was just more humorous to watch. And then finally we have Emma Thompson as Mrs. Potts, and I really liked her as Mrs. Potts because I really like Angela Lansbury as Mrs. Potts as well. So again, Emma Thompson had something to live up to, but she did it really well. And obviously she had to sing Beauty and the Beast, which is like the main song, and she sung it really well and it made me want to cry. I think Mrs. Potts is kind of like the voice of reason in Beauty and the Beast. Like, she's the one that you go to for comfort, and I think Emma Thompson was really good at doing that, and I was like she was really amazing. So next I'm just going to kind of talk about the film as a whole. So they added in like extra little bits to the film which kind of like made more sense in a way that they kind of don't tell you in the animated version. So we had like a little bit of a backstory about Belle's mum, because obviously we don't know what happened to Belle's mum, like it's never mentioned in the animated version, but we got told in this one. Obviously I'm not going to tell you the backstory of Belle's mum, but you get to know about her. And also there's a little bit of a backstory as to why the Beast was so nasty and horrible, which I like that as well, because it's kind of like, you know, you see why, and then that's when you start to feel the sympathy for him. So I really did like that as well. I just kind of liked the emotions that it had, and even though it had these extra scenes and stuff, it just kind of made it all link together. And like one of my favourite scenes of Beauty and the Beast, like I know I keep saying like this is my favourite scene, but my ultimate favourite one is when the Beast transforms into a human. Like that is, the music in that is amazing, and they did the same thing for the transformation obviously, but they kind of, it was a bit of a twist, like they changed it slightly and they made something link that you were like, oh, and I loved that scene so much that I was like, ah. I cried a lot. Like I remember I cried in the cinema, I cried like going to the toilet on the way out, I cried in the car, and then I cried when I got back when I thought about it as well. So all in all, it was an amazing film and I really want to watch it again. Like I watched it with my mum and my sister, and my mum was saying how funny it was that she actually took my sister to see it in the cinema when it came out in 1992, and my sister was like 5, and she's like, 29 now, so she said it was really cute. So that is my review for Beauty and the Beast. If you haven't seen it already, then I recommend you do. I hope I didn't give away too many spoilers, and I hope this makes you want to watch it even more. So if you like this video, then please give it a like, and if you have watched it, then comment down below any of your favourite scenes, but don't give out spoilers. Please do not do that. If you want to see more videos like this, then please subscribe down below. It is free. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time with another video. Bye!